Ready?
Yes, sir. Yeah. There we go.
Here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Throw gang, we are joined by the Baron of the Boob Tube, the TV MVP, not a dick rider, but he on Peacock. Must be a stripper the way he throw back. Don Dot of the dialogue. Call him Big Pharma because the price of the script's going up. Must have done 9/11 how he's killing his pilots. Never losing on the playground because Curry won't tag him. Bitch, you wasn't with Steph shooting shows in the gym? Got so much beaver, he building a dam. He puts the 8 in show creator. Only produce in his life is his executive producer. Used to wonder about the bread, but he linked with Curry. Now he ain't worried about naan. Used to get canceled like Alec. Now he acting with NBA royalty. That's a ball win. Creator, executive producer, and star of the show, Mr. Throwback, streaming now on Peacock. Adam Pally. Adam, how the hell are you?
Oh, that was the best ever.
What up, buddy?
The best ever.
How are you?
I'm great. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, man.
See, they get better and better. It's so good.
You came back to America just for that intro. Right?
I did. I came back. I literally got back to America. Was like, I gotta go get my intro. Can I get a cut of that so I can play
Absolutely.
it when they announce me at the
Sure.
Emmys?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're the only person that like comes on the show and then asks for the cup and like actually wants it. Normally people are just like, oh, can I get that?
Oh no, I want the cut. You're gonna hear that when I do like a one-man show. You're gonna hear that. That's gonna take up 5 minutes of it before, so I don't have to do all 50 minutes of material.
Well, we love a one-man show.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Joining us on a scorching hot Sunday.
It is. Yeah.
Working on the weekend
Working
like
on
usual.
Thank you for doing that. I'm so
of course,
sorry.
dude.
The bag doesn't have a calendar. So
No, I know. That's what I figured. That's
Yeah.
what I figured.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I mean, you're a vet at this point, so you already know what the fuck going
Yeah,
on.
let's do a little fit check, broski.
Sure. I didn't know. I didn't want. I thought a lot about it.
Really?
Yeah, because like I didn't want to. I always think a lot about it because you want to. I wanted to vibe with you guys. I don't
And
want
you care.
I care. Also, I've been doing a lot of this stuff, so I had stuff to do in the morning beforehand, and I had to cut a needle thread situation of like 3 separate things,
like from a boardroom to the bar situation.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like trying to keep it, and I wanted to vibe. I didn't want to come in and be like one like all the way low or all the way high.
Okay, because when you're taking a photo in the mirror, you're like, "What the fuck?"
You kind of were shitting on
What
yourself.
did I do?
I was well more my face. I had to grow my hair and beard for this last thing I did, and then it finished last night. It was on night shoot, and we finished last night. And I hadn't really looked in the mirror. Like
They don't have them in Canada?
They do, but like I knew what I looked like, so I was just like not bothering. You know, when you're ever just like I know what this is. Like I'm not even gonna like indulge.
Know thyself. If thyself is a piece of shit, that counts too.
Exactly, and I know. I just didn't want to look at it, And so I got home to the States, got dressed, went and did my interviews, and then was like feeling good. And then we took a picture and I looked at myself.
And then you saw the evil.
Oh my God. I look like I drowned.
You look great,
I
dude.
look like I drowned and someone found me
A week later?
What's the most you've ever
threw a jacket on them?
What's the most you've ever had to like transform for a role?
Well, I once right before the pandemic, it's just like pretty much fits in the narrative of my career and luck. But I, for a long, after Emil, I'm trying to start this story the right way. I'll do it like this. Emil Hirsch choked a bitch at Sundance.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No.
He's dead, right?
Emil Hirsch?
Yeah.
No, he's a good actor.
Who's the guy that Anton? Is that I'm thinking of another?
Oh, he got crushed by his car.
Yeah.
A Cybertruck.
By
By his Cybertruck. No, he's all no.
R.I.P.
Emil is alive.
Call of the
But
Wild guy, right?
Into the Wild.
Ooh.
Into the Wild.
The
And
girl
he had
next
like
door.
He had a rough situation at Sundance, and he was supposed to play John Belushi.
You told me about
And so they were auditioning all these actors, and it went on for a while. And then I got John Belushi, and then it wasn't going to happen. And then right before the pandemic, they're like, "It's going to happen."
Shit.
So I was like,
Time to eat.
So I went right from this show I did Indebted, and I gained like 30 pounds and was
For the art.
Yeah.
Well, I was psyched. I was smoking. I was drinking.
You were
drinking.
method acting.
I was like, as much as I do, which is basically just doing what I do. And then I was like, but I was really laying it on, like really getting in and like reading about like Christian Bale drinking warmed up ice cream with olive oil in it. And like, it was pretty good. And like,
for Dick Cheney?
yeah. And like, so I was just
Yeah.
like laying it on. The pandemic happened. And the first couple of weeks I was like, is this still happening? Like, it's still happening. And I was like, sick, like laying it on. And then pandemic got really like, Rudy Gobert
Really
happened.
real.
And everyone was like, nothing's happening. And then the movie got officially canceled.
right.
And then I was like, oh my God.
I'm fat now.
I am fat now. Which I don't think I ever fully recovered from that. Like as Like
Same,
I think
brother.
I'll always be kind of around that. But
I remember we got lunch and you ate
the
more
last
than
oyster,
your allotted
the last oyster, it
a
always
portion
pisses
of
you off.
oysters. And
Yeah.
it was I didn't know that you were, because you had told me about that role, but it was clearly you were like, yo, I'm working right now. I got to eat
Yeah, no, I was
7 of the dozen oysters.
I ate all the bread that came with the mussels. Like I was like really, I really can go. Like I can do that. I have the mind to do like a method thing like that in that direction.
You're a killer.
I can't go the other way.
No,
you can't be the machinist, Christian Bale. but you
No,
can be-
no. There's a
Who's Cheney?
it's a
W,
one-way
Christian
street.
Bale.
It's a
Who's a
one-way
skinny
street.
comedian? You could never play like I don't know, a young Steve Martin or something.
No,
you
no,
know?
no. I look at those biopics. Like I was flicking through and saw the tab of Man on the Moon the other day, and I was like, I don't know. There's something weird about a dramatized version of comedy, like this Saturday Night Live movie that's coming out. And stuff.
looks like
I'm just
shit.
like a little like, I don't know. Like,
Bummer.
who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
We'll
Like,
see when the box office hits, dude. when the
I
numbers
know,
come
and
in.
this one might be good. I no shade on the people that made it or anything, but I was just like, I don't know. Even while I was like getting ready to do Belushi, I was like, feels like really like no one gives a fuck. Like you know,
He's iconic. You would have killed it.
but
We'll never know.
But it's like the end. What's the ending?
The death.
Yeah, it's
You could have spent so
fallout.
many. You could have spent so many nights at the chateau.
I know, and I really would have liked to dug into that side a little harder.
Sorry, we haven't even started the.
Oh, yeah,
fit
what are
check
you wearing
yet. Except
today,
that
bro?
you
No.
you hate everything about your face.
Yeah.
Oh no,
You
no,
hate
I know.
yourself.
I'm actually I'm okay with it. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like I was supposed to look like a grease ball in Throwback, so it was working.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to look like this other thing, and that worked too. And now I'm don't have anything, so I'm kind of like, is this me now?
You're just a forever sex symbol in our eyes. dude.
Oh, I
Don't worry
thank
about
you.
it.
I appreciate it. Fit check. Top down.
No,
Whatever you want.
that's the wrong answer. It's bottom up, bro.
I know, but I'm not feeling bottom up at all.
You're
I'm
feeling like a top today.
Feeling like a top today. I'm versatile.
Yeah.
This is a vintage. I took this from this is from my cousin's store. Actually, it's a vintage.
Shout out Ben.
Set up an Issey Miyake.
Ooh, shout out Anson.
Summer blazer.
Nice.
That came with a suit, but the suit pants I bought as a suit, but the suit pants only fit one leg legit. Like,
What?
so it's become more of like a jean blazer.
Maybe in your pre-Belushi days.
Yes, or maybe just never. I was a dumb decision. Shirt I took from the show.
Nice.
Okay, we'll talk about that for sure.
Vintage. It's Olivia Purdock collection. Vintage. San Francisco Giants. Vintage Levi's that are mine forever. I don't even think they have the
501s?
501s.
Okay.
I can't do 505s because I'm like squat.
Okay.
You know,
I feel you. I mean, them same.
because they feel tapered. Are they tapered?
I think
I think
it's
they
like are.
makes me look like I'm like.
Like a triangle.
Yeah, like yes. And then these loafers are cool actually. I got them in London. They're Maharishi
Sockless.
Maharishi Weegens.
Oh shit.
So they got like, is it like a embossed camo, right? Because they're big
Yeah.
with tiger stripe.
Yeah.
Summer of tiger stripes over here.
Yeah, I got them in London last year, and I was like, I wear them. I wear them like this a lot. They're kind of like my like.
They don't
Slip-
tear up
little
your
slip-ons?
ankles.
No, they're really kind of soft because I've like busted them. And
The panties.
the panties are
Ooh,
Calvin. And
Jewelry watch.
jewelry watch. I got a new watch
Yeah.
For the show?
No, I bought a new watch.
Like as a
As a
present to
person.
yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like because you completed Mr. Throwback season 1 or like because
I
The check
completed
hit?
Mr. Throwback. Yes, it's good. It's a good story. I completed Mr. Throwback. The last day of Mr. Throwback was in Las Vegas, and the creator Daniel Libman, who's the coolest dude, one of my best friends, he was in Las Vegas with Steph while Steph was training for before they went for Abu Dhabi, and he was getting like wild lines that we had missed, and I was supposed to meet them to hang out and go out the night before they left. And then my flight got canceled.
No.
And so I missed it. And I came out the next day
Mhm.
and got to Vegas. And Steph had just got on the plane
No.
to Abu Dhabi. But Daniel Libman is such like a
Right.
good dude. He lives in LA. And I thought for sure he would just be like, sorry, dude. And head back. He's like, no, let's stay and have a night. It's like, thank you. So we stayed, we had a night, and I won like a lot, like a lot of money.
So that was
Oh,
purchased
shit.
with the winnings.
So I took the winnings and I left the casino and I flew home and I went right to a watch store and I bought a watch.
You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Mike Nouveau.
Exactly.
I'm up big.
Mike Nouveau. No, I'm scared of Mike Nouveau.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people are.
I'm scared of Mike Nouveau. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know anything. Like, I'm sure he's great and good watched and everything. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I'm scared of.
So what'd you get? So what'd you get?
So I went to this guy, shout out Glenn Bradford in Southampton. I got a blue on blue sub.
Two-tone.
Called the Bluesy two-tone. I love that it's so grandpa. Like, it is the quintessential, like, 20,000 flights they give you.
Oh,
you
right.
know? And I just saw it and was like, that is like, I don't know. It's not what you would think. Like, people always go for like a Daytona when they level up and stuff. And that's awesome. But I don't know.
But you didn't level up that hard.
I didn't level up. I leveled up for me. And
how much did you walk away with from the table?
A good amount.
What were you playing? What's your game of choice?
I was I won the most of that trip on a slot, but I usually play craps.
Grandpa mode on the wrist. Dude.
Grandpa mode on the wrist, but I usually play craps.
You don't want to go gambling with us because we don't bring good luck to the table.
No, we'll play roulette and we'll lose all of the money using TikTok strats.
Either do I. I'm a vibes guy.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a vibes guy. Like, normally I'm like a guy, I'm like, I'll play, and if I get hot, it's like, hey, fun. But normally I'm the guy sitting behind the guy who's in a heater,
the whale.
who's like, oh, I'm a hype man.
Have you ever been the subject of any kid's Make-A-Wish ever in your career?
No, my kids, they wish I was dead.
Well, because I want to say that I want to go on record. My Make-A-Wish, if I'm dying of lung cancer and I'm on my deathbed, I want to go to the casino. Well, all three of us, I want us to go.
Oh,
that's my last hurrah.
Why do you have to die? We could just do it. I mean, we could just do it and set a limit.
We go to Mohegan Sun tomorrow.
Mohegan Sun right now, dude. I'll drive.
Wait, the oyster courts, was that on Grossman? Did Grossman wear the oyster courts?
Grossman actually wore a fake Domino's. Which I have to shout out to you. You were the one that was like, it'd be good for you.
Really?
Domino's.
Okay.
Think you said that to me.
Sick.
Olivia and I,
because you're fat.
Olivia and I were trying. We just thought it was so funny. But now that I saw it on Little Yachty, I'm like, I don't know if it's as funny
that shit
anymore.
is blown up crazy.
Yeah, but at the time we were like, it's so funny that this guy that collects like vintage would have a Domino's, but we couldn't get our hands on one,
Sure.
and so we had to get as close as we could with a fake one. I think it actually might be the face of the Arab Emirate Rolex, which is also kind of funny.
Yo, so it's a Dubai Domino's.
It's a Dubai Domino's, yeah.
Sick, all right, dude.
And you're sipping on some dirty water. Oh, what are the sunglasses?
These are
those are
legit blue blockers.
Oh, really?
Grandpa mode.
Wait, so
I can pod with these? Yep, there we go.
They're legit, and you know what? They look fire on you, dude.
They kind of they're like very Zach Galifianakis.
They look like
in the Hangover.
I get confused for that so fucking much.
Is he your number one? Like,
I fluctuate so much. It could be any number of borderline Semitic people. Like,
who else?
A Greek guy.
I've gone all the way from like Joaquin Phoenix. I get sometimes.
Ooh,
I get both Jews from The New Girl. I'll get Jason Bateman. I'll get Paul Rudd. I'll get Jack Black. I'll get all those people. And mostly I think it's because I really don't have that thing. Like, you guys have been out with me. I get recognized nil.
I had to sneak you into a J. Crew party.
That's 100% true.
Who's your grandpa?
I really don't have that. You know how people are like, he came in and lit up a room. It's like, I have the opposite of that. I come in and people are like, who's that fucking...
You have scaring the hose aura.
Yeah. Yes, I'm scaring the hose.
That's not true. I mean, we consider you one of the best dressed guys in Hollywood because you actually care about it and know about it. And we're going to talk about that.
Oh, that's an amazing... That's the highest... God,
you're welcome.
Emotional at that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. The dirty water going to bring those tears out. Okay. I believe that's a fit check and drink check complete.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Yo, we've referenced it a few times. Danny Grossman. For the folks that don't know.
Yeah, Danny.
New show, Mr. Throwback.
Yeah.
What is it about?
So Mr. Throwback is about this poor. I like to think of it this way. It's about a poor guy whose life has really hit like the worst possible place for himself, and he needs help really bad. And the only person that can help him is his former basketball teammate, Steph Curry.
The only guy. There's only one guy for this job, and it's Olympic gold medalist and NBA champion.
If you were down and out like that, and you played on a basketball team with him,
I'll call you.
Wouldn't you? I mean, I would. I mean, I send off emails and texts. It's like, hey, can I come to this to people all the time? I just sent one off today.
Who's the most famous person from your past? Just real quick.
For my past?
Yeah, that you would have to call in a pinch if you were at rock bottom.
I just did it this morning. I literally just did it this morning.
Who was it?
I
Drake?
emailed Donald Glover, who
Which one?
the one Gambino.
Okay.
Or action. What's his new name? Brody.
Right, the new record.
He's got a new
Deuces McCoy.
Deuces McCoy.
I don't know.
My son is a diehard Gambino fan.
Okay.
And so he's playing Brooklyn tomorrow night. So I am taking him. And I was just, I was like, you know what? Donald and I went to college together. We've been in a million pilots together. We like, I'm just gonna text Donald. That shit is on red.
You're not a gatekeeper when it comes to people's phone numbers. You've definitely, I think at that J. Crew party, you're like, yo, here's bleep's number.
Yeah,
and I'm like, do I text them? And you're like, yeah, text them.
Oh, we did. And he actually got back to us who we're talking about.
I don't care.
Well,
but nothing.
And then someone else also just left me on red.
That'll happen. I mean, I have that. I believe I have a thirsty vibe sometimes, but I also don't. I also really don't care. Like I email you guys. I'm like, hey, can I come on the show? Like I don't.
Yes.
I
Say
don't.
less.
I don't know. I feel like
no shame.
or shame, or like I don't know. It feels so weird to be on the other side of that. And being an actor or a comedian, you deal with so much of that every day. People like I don't even know how to describe it. Like fronting or acting
too cool for school.
Yeah, or just like or just like in a way that's like they won't do things outside of what they really want because it'll reflect. I'm a mess, man. Like I got 3 fucking kids. I'm hanging on by a
You got another one?
Yeah, I've had them. I had him. I forgot about him.
Congrats on the sex, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I just like I got time. Like I'm like I don't have time to worry on that level.
Right.
So I do spend a lot of time feeling like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that or I shouldn't have done that. But I also am like, just who cares?
Yeah.
Like, so what?
Let it roll.
So yeah,
Let
like I text people in my phone constantly that don't get back to me.
Do people text
and, like,
you for favors and to like pull strings?
Sometimes, and I always do it. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've been like, nope, can't.
Can we get tickets when the Warriors come play the Knicks?
I don't know if I can. No, we'll go. I'll ask. I mean, like,
Do you have Steph Curry's number?
I don't have Steph's number, and that's on purpose.
Okay.
Oh, because you're afraid of what you might do.
I told him I didn't want his number. I have
How convenient.
I have his. I know that sounds crazy. But
He's like, sorry, who are you?
I have his. Like the guy that's with him all the time.
Okay. Did you congratulate that guy on the gold medal game?
That night we were talking. Yes.
Okay.
Well, that night was crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the best night of my life. And it was funny when you said Steph doesn't tag me. He doesn't tag me usually.
I checked.
That night.
I checked.
That night he did.
Oh.
And it was
On story.
On story when
Okay.
he did,
That's better than nothing.
when he did this, which is the Danny when he grabs my face. He saw me. I was like next to Draymond. At the game. And when he won the medal, he saw me and he was like, Danny Dimes. And then he
shit.
tagged it.
Fire.
Sick. And I was like hysterically.
How many followers did you get?
What?
How many followers did you get?
I don't know. I woke up in the morning and I was like, it was just like starting to blur out. Like, but because he has like 58 million or
Yeah.
something.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Bots?
crazy. A lot of bots. Yeah. A lot of bots.
Yeah, check the engagement, guys.
Yeah. Like,
It doesn't add up.
I don't think that number seems weird, but whatever.
Yeah. Wait, so did you shoot out one of those Hail Mary texts? Like, how do you convince Steph Curry to sign up to be on the show? Because he is not, it's not a cameo. He's legitimately in every single episode.
You're not gonna. He came to us.
Really?
Yeah. We.
I don't. You're right. I don't believe that.
I know. His wife Aisha
Mm-hmm.
watched a show that I was on called Happy Endings, and she was
Iconic
Goat
show.
good show. She
the
was
best to never do it.
She was doing the best to never do it. What a great name for it. She was did a HBO show about 4 or 5 years ago that was a talk show for married couples.
Okay.
And she had on like all these married couples from sports and entertainment, and basically like she asked you newlywed questions, and Steph was kind of her Ed McMahon.
Oh,
and
nice.
so my wife and I were on it.
My wife.
And we really, they give out alcohol, and we had a few drinks, and we really kind of went at
Steph's a wine guy, right?
whiskey. He has his own
okay.
whiskey. And we really went at Steph like hard, like,
Okay.
and Aisha, and they are funny. So when, like funny people like that. They, you know, it's like, and then he started bidding with us, and it was like, oh shit, this dude's
It's
like,
a riff off.
It's a riff off, you know, and then, but it was like good and not like shitty, you know, it was like good. And the other guests on
It's not a shit bit.
the other guests on my show were Steven Jackson and his wife. So it was combustible. It was like wild, you know, and it just went really well. And then the episode that they filmed after was with David Casp, who created our show and Happy Endings, and his wife, Casey Wilson, who plays Penny. And they did the same, unbeknownst to us, because we weren't on the same episode. They did the same thing.
Oh, wow.
And Steph hit it off with them. And Steph's producing partner, Eric Payton, who's like fucking genius, saw that and called us the next day and was like, hey, you know,
let's monetize this.
Yeah. How do we make money?
Crew clicking like Golden State, excuse me.
Truly. He was just like, saw it and was like, you know, what would be funny? Adam and Steph were on a show together. Like, they look funny together, you know, and we do.
Visually.
I mean, it is. Dan Aykroyd said the number 10 is like the funniest number because it's one small thing and one wide
fat
circle.
guy,
like,
skinny guy to fat guy.
And we are the most number 10, like, you know, and they're like,
genius.
this looks really funny. And they're like, do you have an idea? And so we called the Champagne Ale dudes, Libman, the two Libman brothers who are goated. And we were like, we had the crux of it about like, what if Adam was the lead guard? And like, it was like, what if, I think the original day was like, what if Adam was Steph and Steph was Clay?
Right.
And then like, you know, would Steph, how would they be now?
Right.
And then it just like, you know, everyone starts clicking. And then 2 years later, we're
so the way to Steph's heart is to roast his marriage, is what you're saying.
We didn't roast his marriage. No. We roasted him. And mostly his denim. We were really tough on his denim.
What was
he was just wearing like
NBA
these like
jeans?
Dior. Yeah, it was like, you know, tunnel fits.
Okay,
Imagine 3-4 years ago, tunnel fits.
Yikes,
It's like,
I don't want to remember that.
But now I will say
that was the real pandemic.
Steph has taken a level up on his fits. But yeah, at the time it was like, you know, roof stoof.
How did he take fashion advice from you?
A little bit.
Nice.
A little bit. Like in the off time that we were like talking and stuff, because you spend so much time with people, like literally just sitting around. Like, you know, Steph and I would spend hours sitting around and like, you can only talk basketball so much.
Hurry up and wait type shit.
Yeah. So you start getting into like life and stuff. And so, yeah, I gave him, he was like, asked me for some brands. I mean, I'm not the type of actor to show up looking like shit. I try to like, I wear a fit every day because I want it to feel like work. Even if it's like early call, I'll, you know, pull it together. And
you don't need an excuse to get fucking fits.
Exactly. Like real. It was like work day. I'm doing something. So he asked me a couple things that he liked. And
what brands did you put him onto?
You know, I put him onto a lot of brands. The ones that he really bought a lot of, because like the way it works with Steph is like, he's like, oh, what's that? And you show him online, and then like 3 days later, he shows up wearing all of it. You know?
Sick.
Yeah.
But a second layer,
hell nice.
Steph literally bought the line.
That's
awesome.
Like a lot of money.
Thank you.
Well.
And well-deserved money.
Not to Steph.
He's living our dream,
it's
dude.
like pennies to Steph. But like, he literally put on one red jacket at a fitting.
Fuck.
I think he wears it in the show.
He wears it in the show, and was like, oh, I'm going to wear. And he bought the whole line.
That's awesome. Shout out to second wear.
He bought this may be out of school, but we were on set the morning that the Ramoa ALD collab came out.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure he caught both pieces.
Okay. That tracks.
Yeah. Because I was just like, you see this? And then he was like,
he wore some Libero too, right?
Showed it to somebody. He wore a lot of Libero. Yeah. That that's all Olivia Purdock. She really like, she dressed him. So he picked from her, but there was stuff during the day where he would be like, I like that. And then he just
ID.
He kind of like shows it pretty much. And then he shows it to his team.
Get that.
You know, but he's
so fire.
He's also so down to earth in so many ways. Like that, I expect that. That's like normal to me. Like someone who's like at that level to be like, oh, I like that. Can you get me that? Like,
I'll take one of everything.
The stuff that's really fun is when you start talking to him and he starts telling about his family life, and he's like, there's a rule in Steph's private life that he won't mind me sharing this.
Okay,
but it's called the 5-minute Steph rule. Inside the house, you got to give Steph 5 minutes to figure stuff out.
What do you mean? Like to wait is this decision real or not?
No, like pick up the remote, turn it on. I want to watch this. You got to give him 5 minutes
to figure it out on his own
before you come over.
Okay.
Whoever you are in the house, you got to like see him doing it, because he truly, is cognizant of the fact that his life could become, he's like, I could be a baby.
Yeah.
I could turn into a baby.
There's an element of that in the show too, where like he doesn't know.
Well, that's how we got to that. Cause when we would sit around talking about like ideas and stuff, that was one of the things that we were like so keyed in on, because very few famous people are that self-aware to be like, I don't want to be an invalid. I don't want to not know.
A privileged invalid.
Yeah, I don't want to not know how to open my door.
Is that because was his dad a fucking coddled baby? Like, and then he's like, I don't want to be that.
Well, I mean, his dad was the greatest shooter of all time until he was born. And then I think also like,
Reggie Miller, but okay.
Yeah, Reggie Miller got more volume. It's true. Reggie Miller got more shots.
Okay.
I think
it's the chair.
No, it's fine. I like it.
It's not your ass. It's the chair.
I think there's so many things. Like, he's just a special guy. He really is a special guy. Like, he's just one of those people that's good at everything and treats everybody really respectfully, and like no weirdness ever, no awkwardness. Like, he's got it.
It also helps that he's how tall is he? Like 6'2"? He's normal size. He's not
Steph Curry has the perfect body.
He's not a fucking freak.
He's yoked to the moon. I'll tell you, like, he's yoked to the moon. But he's just like a special dude that is really good about stuff, and that's not always there.
He's a good person.
He's a good person. And then on top of that, he's really like, good to bit with.
Yeah.
He's really like all those bits. Like, I don't know if you see them like from the Devin Booker footage and shit.
Yeah.
Watching that. He's like that. He's goofy and like
great teammate. On and off set.
The ultimate. And he treated set. I mean, I think he got into it, was like, oh, this is my team.
Yeah. Were you surprised with his acting chops? Like,
no.
We were.
No.
Like the comedic chops specifically.
The comedic chops, no. Like he picks it up in a second. He's mentally insane. He was insane. And
he's mentally unwell.
He's mentally insane.
He is. Just like he's sane, but like the way that his mind works, I can't. Yeah. I don't understand how anyone has that much capacity.
We're just a pretty actor, dude. No one expects you to have anything upstairs. Dude.
Not at all. People, I think often people are like, that delivers.
Hey, look, it's the guy that shows up wearing cool clothes again.
Yeah. But like, and then I think he's been on camera his whole life.
Yeah.
Like,
he's that famous that he already is. But he's not acting in his real life, right? He's a genuine guy.
We act every day, B.
Yeah, we all act, but also like cameras fuck you up. Like I saw it, because he's really cool about it. But then like, sometimes his team would have to be on film. And as soon as someone would be on film, they'd be, they'd
shook.
And it's like, he has none of that. He just knows what to do. I mean, there were certain things like we'd have to tell him to stop mouthing lines sometimes and stuff like because he knew everybody's lines, which was also like,
oh wow, he like memorized the whole script.
Of course he did. Yeah.
Perfectionist.
Which is really bothersome for me because I'm like, I'm not saying any of those lines. Like,
I didn't read shit.
No, I was like, dude, I'm making this up right now.
None of us should be here.
A lot of times he would be like, that's not in that. I was like, just keep going.
Perfectionist.
Shut up, dude. I'll cut you. Like,
a big part of the show is your character, Danny Grossman, getting seduced by like the rich guy lifestyle, right? Yeah. That when he kind of returns to Steph Curry's inner orbit, besides just like buying entire collections, were there any moments?
And I'm exaggerating. I mean, I don't want it to feel like,
But were there any moments where like you, Adam Powell, your dick was blown off when you got a taste of the lifestyle of the uber wealthy?
No, I think again, it never felt like that at all. That's all Steph. Like Steph is really low key. He flew commercial after he won the gold medal.
What?
Yep.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he was going to Hawaii from Paris, and it was
there's no PJ that can fly that.
It's a long flight.
Couldn't gas him to G5 in time.
But I thought that was cool. I was like, that's awesome. And
first class though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like he's probably getting hounded, and he's just so amazing about all that stuff. He doesn't care. He's really present and takes everybody's time, like takes the time with everybody, and he keeps it really kind of low key. Like I felt more with other famous people than I did with Steph.
What about kind of like flipping it? Were there any moments where his fame and his like global recognition as one of the, if not the best basketball player now, did you see anything where you're like, oh fuck, like I really wish I I would never want to put up with that myself.
A little bit, like, but I wasn't there. But like some stuff, like with Aisha after the gold medal game, got into a tussle with like the French police, and she was holding her baby, and it was like there were so many people around, and it ended up
overwhelming.
It ended up being okay. But like just stuff like that, like
fucking frogs.
You know, I was just like, it's so.
I'll take being not recognized ever.
It's so much. I mean, there's a Bill Murray quote that I really do. I have very few things do I like remember, but this one I do, which is try being rich instead of famous. And I really do ascribe to that. It's like,
how's that going?
Not as well. But I really do think like if you want fame, what you really want is money. Like fame is horrible. Money is great. Fame is bad.
Makes the world go around.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like bad fame moments where you're like, fuck, I wish I wasn't like.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
God damn it. I cursed today, became a C+ list celebrity.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, not to be like super dark, but like when my mom died, and I was like just in Entertainment Weekly with Happy Ending. It was like a huge deal. And my mom died that week, and I came home and we did the funeral, and there was Shiva and stuff, but then I had to go right back to shoot. And so my dad and my sisters, because we were all pretty shook, she was really young, took me to eat at this like Thai spot in Chelsea. And my sisters were crying, hysterically crying, you know, and it's like, you're just trying, it literally happened like 7 days before. So you're just trying to like piece it together and make a plan. Like, here's how we're going to stay cohesive. Like, you know, like my sister starts hysterically crying, like, you can't go back to LA. And I was like, I have to go back. Daniela's going to have a baby in like a couple of days. I have to go back. And she's like, no, I can't. And it was like really emotional. And right at that moment, someone came up and was like, are you on the New Girl?
Like, yes. Can you sign my dumpling?
So like, yeah, it's like, and so like, yeah, she didn't even know me.
Right.
But I was like, no, kind of.
Spotted
like,
Adam Pally.
Please go away now.
Yeah.
Adam Pally eating a meal with multiple crying women.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, that shit is, you know, I told the story on Seth Meyers. I was doing something weird in a coffee shop where I was eating the ham from the night before, and the barista recognized me and wrote, "Is Adam Pally eating ham in my coffee shop?"
Yes, he is.
Yes.
From the night before.
And then I went up to him.
That's an evergreen tweet.
I was like, would you mind taking that down? And he was like, oh yeah, I didn't think it was the real Adam Pally.
What?
Because he was like,
thought it was Jake Johnson, dude.
Like, there's no way Adam Pally. I was like, yeah, it was me. I was eating ham out of my pocket. Like,
pocket ham.
Pocket ham,
yeah,
delicious.
but yeah, like,
not very kosher of you.
No, I don't keep kosher. So yeah, there are times I think anybody, as soon as you realize that you've achieved, where you're like, oh my God, I've always wanted people to recognize me. You realize right away.
Oh, it sucks.
There's a downside, and you guys both have it too.
Sucks
in certain neighborhoods.
Go look at Reddit
in New York.
Yeah, but yeah, but even Reddit aside, because that's like not real. It's like on the internet. It's not real. Like I'm sure there have been times where you're walking or talking to someone and someone's like, "Oh, dude, like fit check me," and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I got recognized right after I put my last dog down. That was tough. I was with my wife for ball, and guys like, "Yo, what up, bod shorts?" I'm like, "Oh,
and
dude."
You're like, "Oh God,
I just had to murder my dog."
Yeah, not the time. Yeah. It's like you're on your Chappelle Roan.
Yeah. Fit check, bottom up. What did you wear fit to set that Steph Curry ever roasted instead of asking you for ID?
He would never.
Really?
Knows better.
He doesn't fuck around like that at all. He doesn't.
He would never. First of all, he wouldn't take. He's smarter than that. He
knows that every fit is a banger.
Most of them are bangers, and he would never come into he didn't want to get in the lines then like that. Like there were times like when he tried. There's an outtake of stuff of. We get along great, and he knows we both know our place with each other.
Okay,
like, he would never do that. But like he if he did do it for fun,
like you would never play horse with him. He would never roast your fit because it's like stepping in.
Yeah, except I did score on him.
Yeah. We saw it.
Yeah, I did score on him. I have a
singular bucket.
Game. I have a decent game, but yeah, the same way. Like I'm sure he could he could roast me a couple times.
Sure,
and it would be fine.
Okay.
But
was he ever like, why are you wearing old clothes that someone else bought?
No, he really, I'm telling you, like, he fucked with the fits in a way where he'd be like, yo, find me a jacket like that. Like he got any like dork shit is, that's out there too, is like, he gets everything. He's online. He's connected. He follows. He knows his place.
You know, listen to
everything. What?
You can send this can you send it to his guy?
I'll send it to his guy. I won't send it to him.
How much Under Armour does he wear in real life?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah. But most of the time he's working out.
Oh, true.
Like, so like, there's not a lot of
10,000 hours
for legit. There's not a lot of time in between to wear anything else.
Yeah.
But like he's definitely not the type to wear like Under Armour to the club.
I would hope not.
Yeah, but he will wear it like on his, like when he's going.
When he's contractually obligated.
What was his Paris club post gold medal game fit? Do you remember? You know?
It was yes, it was a custom made blue sweatshirt that said Nuit.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then I believe he was wearing the second layer
Sick.
wide khakis.
Dude, that's crazy that he just rocks so much second layer.
I know. That's fucking,
fire.
shout out to him and shout out to Second Layer.
Did he plan it? Did Steph Curry plan it where he had that unreal gold medal Olympic game as promo for the Peacock show that aired right after the Olympics ended?
So I had to go to Paris I got to go.
Yeah.
To
Pally's in Paris.
Pally's in Paris. I got
And
to
he's
go
going gorilla.
to Paris for the Olympics. And the two games that I got to go to were Serbia and Paris.
bro.
And the show is dropping after the Serbia game. And so, like,
How nervous were you? Like, fuck.
Dude, your whole career was on
my
the
whole
line.
career, I was.
Come on, Braun.
First off, they sat me next to Dell, right? So it's like I'm sitting next to
Had you
Dell.
met him before?
I had not met him before, but he's so lovely, and I introduced myself. I'm like, I'm Adam from the show, and your family's so great. And he was.
I'm the guy that your son won't tag.
He's so great, so nice about everything. And then the game proceeded to go the way it did, and as a dad, like I know that feeling, like I know what he was feeling every sec. Like he was really quiet the whole game, like, because he's just like, well,
He's locked in.
You're watching your son, like it's we were all like that.
You came from my nuts.
And like he's watching, like I can imagine. I've watched my son play soccer, and be like, my guts are out on the like. I can only imagine what he's feeling.
And there's
like.
nothing at stake there.
And your son's, the opponents of your son's soccer team aren't roasting Carmelo.
It was wild, and it really felt like I really kept asking my wife. I was like, "Are they going to put the show out?
They're going to cancel the shit."
Well, I can imagine
You were
like,
that shook.
It was a huge bummer.
Can you imagine
Until the fourth.
if we lost and then they have to go and here's a new show? Like,
It would starring loser Steph Curry,
bronze medal winner.
It's just wild. And then it turned around and it was it was the greatest.
Could it
moment.
have gone like? Could you have scripted it any better than how it actually went in terms of the results in Paris to
nothing
the show?
Nothing ever.
What kind of bump do you think that performance gave the show?
A huge bump.
Yeah,
a huge bump. I mean,
you're not naive in that regard
because everyone caught. Well, especially after gold medal game, everyone like Steph Curry was the most beloved man in America again,
a hero.
Yeah, I mean, he saved America. Like
he saved America. Then he dropped a show.
Yeah, I mean,
and he bought second layer. Made in LA, made in USA.
Made in USA.
This guy's a fucking hero.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think that's part of the reason he loved it. Like he really is like that. I could see him being president. And like,
dude,
what's
your cabinet position going to be?
Secretary of Vibes.
Hell yeah.
Secretary of the Interior of Steph's closet.
Yeah.
No,
White House
vibes.
Food tester.
I don't know, Steph's diet. You got to be careful. Like
what is he like? Only eating fish?
No, but he's like,
veggies?
it's like the rock level preparedness.
Oh shit! Like 30 pounds of cod a day.
Yeah, or not, or just like, here comes meal one, here comes meal two. Like,
did you see any cheat meals from him? Like any little what's Steph like as a little treat?
Well, I mean, like when Evan Funky was on set, like literally you saw, it was like the first time I ever saw my buddies from Champagne and Happy Endings pull rank.
Oh shit!
Because Funky was just like making pastas and putting them out, and so everyone started to like gather around Funky.
That was a sick cameo.
Sick cameo.
Yeah.
And Funky was like, "Okay, here's for Steph and Adam and Ego," and I could see the producers like start to edge through and be like, I created the show. What do you got going on over here?" Like that day was pretty amazing because it was like everyone skipped lunch because Funky made pasta after pasta after pasta right there in the studio, just at Oracle. We were shooting that at Oracle.
He was chefing up like Curry, dude.
Chefing up on the floor at Oracle with the scoreboard above,
Sick.
steam going up. It was like a wild scene, and handing out pastas. It was
Dishing them out.
Yeah,
like
and Steph
dimes.
went hard. Steph went hard.
That was like his carb like loading.
Well, we were all just like, it was just like no one was thinking about anything. Like, Funky's handing you a pesto pasta with fresh
You eat
mozz.
that shit.
You're like, fucking.
You eat it.
Yeah.
Wait, so if your John's enthusiasm rubbed off on Steph Curry, which is, by the way, that's your legacy, right? That's your mark on
For
history.
second layer.
That's your mark on history. Did Steph Curry rub off on you in any way? Were you like, oh shit, I gotta like
Completely.
be disciplined?
greatness.
100%.
I should hit the gym.
100%. I think I was already, I knew I had to play with him. So I worked really hard to like get into shape where I could not die. Because like we had all these shooting days planned, me in the gym with him and stuff. And like, I've been in those scenes. When you're shooting gym scenes, you're working out times 100. It's not just
because of all it takes.
Because of all it takes. It's like it's not just like, oh yeah, shoot on the treadmill. It's like, let's see how it looks before we get the camera up. Adam, can you run at 6? Can you run at 7? Can you run at 9? And you're like,
No.
fuck. It's like, okay, we'll do it at 8. And then they slow it down. And then you have to go get dressed and you come back and you do it at 8. It's like, I've done all that.
That was just the blocking. So now we're.
Yeah, exactly. I knew the day I was in for. So I really worked hard the whole shoot to like be okay. And then I did the shooting training days and I was not okay.
You had a shot. Like there was no cutaway where it's like it should.
No, that was his.
Oh, no, that was me. No, that was
the
me.
one.
Yeah.
No, that was me. I can play. I played.
I know.
I played in high school a little bit, but like
You're like the Adam Sandler of Peacock.
What did Steph say about
That's
your
sad
game?
because that is. Well, Steph said about it changed before and after I scored on him.
Okay.
Before I scored on him, he was like, "What'd you play? Like JV and stuff?" And then after I scored on him, he tells everybody else, Pally actually is pretty good.
Yeah, you got to protect the legacy.
Yeah,
dude.
of course.
That's
like,
amazing.
If you ask Steph, he'd be like, "No, Pally's got game."
Yeah.
But like before then, he would be like,
Fucking scrub, dude.
JV.
But yeah, no.
So were you like doing like Curry workouts?
I did
Curry
the Curry
diet?
workouts. I don't do the diet, but I did the Curry workout. And it's impossible. It's insane. Mentally, too, it's insane. I couldn't do one rep of his rudimentary dribbling drill. I couldn't do one rep because it's so not physically I could do it.
Yeah.
Mentally, I could not. The trainer was like
Like the
stop.
hand-eye coordination type
Yes,
shit?
the trainer was like, stop. You're fucking me up. You're not going to do it.
You're going to set me back.
Yes,
the trainer.
because it's like this weird drill where he's got like 5 different colored tennis balls and you have to dribble. And if he drops the red ball, you go between your legs left and pick up the red ball right. And if he drops the purple ball, you go between your legs right and pick up the red ball left.
And he's saying blue when he drops the purple, so even fuck you up even more.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I could not do the first thing, which is like dribble, green ball. I'll be like, wait, like, because so many things are going on. And then, tennis balls were flying across the fucking gym. Like I could not get it right. And then you see Steph come in and it's like catch, throw, bounce, dribble,
second
tap,
nature.
Throw, and he does it like
So
wild. And it's just like you're seeing it.
Yeah.
And seeing that, I do. Like I don't think I work out harder, but I think I work out different. I took all his trainers.
Smarter, not harder.
All his trainers' tips. I do them every time.
What do you do?
Well, I lead with abs and I finish with abs.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Which is
That's
something I
okay.
never
Writing that
did.
down.
According to his trainer, Brandon, there are 2 Brandons that work with him. Forgive me for not remembering their names. So the 2 Brandons. The shooting coach, Brandon, who's an amazing guy, roasted me right away.
Like your form?
Well, no. He's like, you have good form. You know why you're not a good shooter? And I was like, I think I'm a pretty good shooter. He's like, because your midsection's soft.
Oh, damn.
No core.
No core strength.
No core strength. And he's like, that's the secret to all good shooting. People think it's legs. All these coaches are like, shoot with your legs.
Mhm.
No. You have
Core.
to have an 8-pack so that no matter where you catch the ball, you bring it in a straight line. Stabilized in a straight line and then release. If you look at Steph, he could catch the ball at his feet. And when the time it goes up, he's completely in a straight line, aligned at the rim. And then he takes off his shirt and it's like,
Yeah.
you're like, fuck, I am never going to be.
Yeah.
Laser
no more
precision.
No more pasta for Pally.
Yeah. But it has, I mean, I try my best, but I still eat a shit ton of pasta. Like,
Yeah.
you
Have
know,
to.
I'm a regular
You're a guy.
You're a regular guy.
You're a guy.
Unless someone pays me.
Yeah.
What's something about Steph Curry that would surprise people besides how chill he is and how skilled and awesome and everything?
That would
but-
surprise people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think how funny he is like totally, I think people would be like,
He's so great on the show.
He is-
People need to watch it.
and he's so funny, such a good hang, which is like, I think even better for the show. Like I can't imagine doing this with anybody else because he's such a good.
Imagine doing a Draymond.
No, Michael Jordan
or LeBron. Yeah. Like it would just be so.
Bron would be chill.
Bron seems like
I don't know. Bron's
but it's a lot of fakeness.
Hectic.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Bron is like things going around. He's got to deal with all this stuff. Like Steph was just like easy, you know, and he's so fun to be around. And like it's like
you're just basking in that fucking glow, dude.
Yeah, just chilling in that. And like one of the best moments I had with him was I'm a big Knicks fan, and we were shooting the day Bridges got traded to the Knicks.
Oh shit.
And so I was like immediately like talking shit and being like, we're going to win the East. We're going to win the East. And to engage with him like that and to have him be like, let me see that. He grabbed my phone. He's like looking at the trade. He's reading. He's like, wow.
Oh shit.
And you're just like, and then we just talked about it for like a half hour. No, just like on set. That was one of my best days of my life.
Fire.
Wait, is it safe to say that Steph is bullish on the Knicks?
No.
Is he bearish on the Bulls?
No, he's bullish on the Warriors.
Okay.
Oh,
He is
okay.
His belief in himself.
Comeback season?
Not even last year. We don't schedule anything. And this is hot tip. If anyone's like, how do they do it? We don't schedule anything from the moment the playoffs start till June. After the championship is over.
Because you never know.
Because we never, and if something happens and they're not there, we adjust. But for all the years we've worked with him now, which is I think it's like 2.5, almost 3 years, nothing gets done. You can't even say, "Oh, I'll go out to San Fran and Steph and I."
No,
that's pretty nice. You have all of May and June off.
Yeah, it's a little vacation.
Yeah, it's great. I don't mind it, but I think
you're like keep winning. I'm chilling.
I think it's cool. Yeah, it's like I think it's cool. I think it's like because every and there's no one picking the Warriors to win the championship right now. But Steph will tell you, yeah, we're one piece away, or we'll win the championship.
That belief is what
he's just like. Well, I'm on the team.
That's honestly, and he's not wrong, right?
No, and how do you?
You saw it happen in Paris.
Yeah, when he says that, you're like, that's true.
Yeah, maybe they need a few more Serbians though. Some guys
fire him up.
Some guys look like fucking mechanics.
He got so fired up at the bogey thing. He got fired up.
Yeah,
you saw it. Yeah, LeBron got upset because it was Melo.
Right.
Yeah.
And Melo covered for him. Melo was like, no, it's all love. But it was not all love. It was not all love.
Was Steph like, yo, this guy's stealing my fucking 3-point thunder?
No, Steph was like red. And Steph was like, this motherfucker's disrespecting the greatest American basketball player of the foreign.
One of the greatest Olympians.
That's what I mean.
For sure, yeah.
I think Steph was like.
NCAA champion as well.
And Steph didn't have a medal. And so he really got pissed.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
This was his only thing.
Does he play better when he's mad?
He plays better as shooting coach Brandon will say, he plays better under harder circumstances.
Extreme duress.
So
you're like, all right, Steph, your call time's 2 a.m.
We don't do that to him.
Okay.
But a lot of times, like, they'll tell you, like, if you're watching his shooting drill and he misses 3 or 4 in a row, they'll throw one at his feet.
Oh.
And he'll catch it and he'll hit it. It's just it's just something about him locks in under duress.
Are you the same way?
Absolutely not.
Wait,
Cave.
What are your like ideal, like no pressure?
Yeah.
I don't have
zero.
No stakes.
Negative.
I don't have them. I've lost.
No stakes, no shame.
I feel like I've won and lost everything so many times.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, life is a slot machine.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's up and down. It's a Rolex and it's also a nothing.
Or a quartz. It's either a mechanical movement or a quartz one. But
exactly. It's a Daytona or.
Dude, as a Knicks fan, why didn't you get like Jalen Brunson as a cameo or something?
Truly, I think next year will be a lot easier. I think
season 2 bags.
I think you got to remember.
Is that confirmed? Are we saying that publicly?
I'm not saying it publicly. I'm saying it. I'm saying it on this podcast.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. If there's
I just can't. I'm just operating on that way for my own mental.
Right.
I just can't imagine I'm going through all this and not we're not
getting
going to do
Brunson
again. But I think it's not that we had a hard time getting cameos. We didn't have a lot of time.
Got Kerr.
We got Stevie that's the man.
Stevie.
We didn't have a lot of time. So it was like crunch. But I think just from the feedback I've got from a couple players.
Yeah.
That will have it'll be easier.
What players fuck with the show?
Well, I just got a text on my way here that Libman there's two Libman brothers, old Libman and young Libman. Okay.
Like young Sheldon, young
Kind of.
Libman.
They're a writing team that's like 11 years apart.
Damn.
Which is awesome because like you get one that knows what's up.
Multi-generational.
And then one that's a maniac. But
Clearly, the younger one was just a mistake.
yeah, young one was at Bird. What's this? There's this new place in LA that's like a social. It's like, everybody's got. There's a new club like
Sure.
Soho House,
Whatever.
He was there last night, and Durant was there. Durant, they were like sharing.
tweeting?
They were sharing space, and it came about. Someone like linked it up that this is the guy that created the Steph Show, and Durant.
The Adam Pally show.
Thank you. The Durant ended up chatting him up or whatever, and then he texts me. He's like, "Yo, Durant was like
He's available.
all in for season
Bro,
2.
you don't want KD in there.
Nah,
bro.
it's
Hell
KD.
yeah,
It's
I
KD,
do.
dude.
Easy money
Fucking
sniper.
nightmare.
Yeah.
No, I want him. I want
Was he practicing his jumper
in the club. I love that. I like KD.
Who would your dream player be to get on season 2?
Brunson probably just because I love him and I think he's so funny.
Dude, him and Josh Hart together, like they're fucking
They're so funny.
The roommates, baby.
I really like it. So I guess Brunson would be my number one. But Draymond was supposed to do it, and we had a scheduling conflict. And like, he's been so nice. He's so nice to us. Like, and he's kind of funny too, in a different way.
in like a bully way.
Yeah,
Don't
like
punch me in the face.
Yeah.
Like, well,
If you don't laugh, he's gonna kick you in the nuts way.
yeah, kind
Yeah.
of. But I think there's some humor there. Like, I feel like I like Draymond. To be,
Funny how?
yeah. That's funny to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I would like Draymond next
Okay.
year. And Braun obviously would be cool.
yeah.
I think the fun thing for us is like we had because of the way we are. We had as much fun with the Funky cameo and
Right.
Steve. It's like
What's an
I
if
think-
you know kind of thing.
yeah, and I think that's the direction we would want to go. Like
We're available, by the way.
we were so
Dude,
close. To
We are
having-
so
TF cameo?
available.
yeah, I would love that. We almost had, if scheduling had worked out a little better, Jonah from Blackbird was going to be in the store.
Okay, that's not us, but shout out Jonah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like because it's a Bay Area.
Exactly.
Link up,
yeah,
yeah.
we were going to try to like,
Shout out Jonah.
and
there.
like, we missed him by a day, but like, to us,
a little nod to like
us,
the head.
that's funnier.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Than like the biggest,
Yeah.
it's like
Then
getting-
LeBron or
yeah,
Michael Jordan would
exactly.
be sick,
It
though.
would be funnier to have
Or
people like-
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein would be funny.
Light skin,
Just like-
bright skin.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot one level.
I'm glad that
above.
another black man has gotten paid.
Exactly. Exactly. You're just
We
out here
all
creating
are.
jobs for POCs.
Of course.
How much of your current success on TV is due to just playing in the shadow of hotter, blacker co-stars like Steph for Throwback, Idris Elba?
I didn't realize that was
Knuckles.
on Z-Way.
Yeah, Z-Way.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're Z-weighing you right now.
Which you
you're
wore the
Z-Way
pod
me.
boots on.
And also,
you wore
shout out Ego.
you wore the
Fucking
pod-
beautiful black women.
You wore the pod boots on Z-Way.
I did wear the pod
Yeah,
boots.
That's
on
thanks
Z-Way.
for getting us.
Me and
canceled with
Ezra. Do you see Ezra wore the pod boots?
He
in that
loves his
video?
pod boots.
Yeah.
Thank you for wearing them on a very
Yeah.
public appearance.
Oh yeah,
where you got
I love those
smoked.
pod boots, and I have rocked them again with a suit. I think
yeah.
they're like
Thank you for your
the
service.
suede makes them dress them up. That's a good question. I would hope that I'm not held to the fire on this, but I will say that like, especially making this show, it's so easy. Like one of the calls that you always hear is like every TV needs to be more diverse. Film needs to be more diverse. It's so easy to do that.
Yeah,
It's
really is.
so easy
You just do it.
that I would say that like anyone who says, well, I mean, I try. It's
Who's
like,
saying that? Vincent Gallo?
I mean, you look at not to throw anybody under the bus. Like you look at the new Vince Vaughn show. You're like,
Oh,
buddy, like I've been to Florida. It's not just white people. Like,
Yeah.
There's a new Vince Vaughn show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Go to one bike week.
truly. Like, so like the only thing that I could say to that is it is intentional and it is easy.
Yeah.
And it's intentional also because like that's my life is like that. So I wouldn't do it unintentionally because again, it's like that's a civil thing you can do that's so easy that like what the fuck
No
not?
brainer shit.
Knuckles
No-brainer.
is orange, right?
Knuckles is black, dude.
Well, I mean, a lot
yeah.
of people are wondering what
I think Knuckles is black, dude.
Knuckles
He's
is,
orange. He is the color orange.
Knuckles.
No, you're thinking of Tails. Knuckles
Oh,
is.
fuck.
I think Knuckles is an echidna. which is like also an animal, I think. But he does have a fascination with Judaism, I guess. Came at an awkward time.
He's a red bone.
Yeah. Tough time.
Wait, so here's the $1 million question. What does Idris Elba smell like?
$1 million bucks.
Yeah.
That dude is the best.
Easy.
That dude is the best. And his wife is like, she's so beautiful and so tall and so like, it was like meeting Avatar. You know, the two of them. I was just like, oh my God, you guys are like, I wanted to say like, hello king, hello queen.
No, don't do that.
So
Adam Pally and TMZ again.
It's like so magnificent, you know, but then again, Idris is such a fucking goof.
Is he a normal dude?
Yeah, he's such a goofball.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he's like he's dad. He's a goofball.
He's a
dad.
DJ.
He's all that stuff. I like that. I'm like, oh, this guy's a goofball. He like spins records and like he's got a million kids
cool
running
dad.
around and like
you're both cool dads, right?
We're cool dads. Yeah, I mean, we hit it off. We got along on that level, you know, which is like it's always nice. You meet someone that and you get their goofiness and like their like dorkiness before their, you know,
celebrity.
I mean, because you see it. Like we'd be like, he met my uncle Robbie, who's a funny guy, and like
is that Ben's dad?
Yeah, Ben's dad. He met my uncle Robbie, and he got me over, and he was like, "Your Uncle Robbie's a riot," and we're like joking, and then like Idris, and he's like, "1 second." You know, and you're like,
so you can turn it on.
Yeah, but everyone. That's the job. And
can you turn it on?
I can, but I'm not good at it.
Can you do it right now? Because this kind of stinks.
Not really. There's nothing I need to wear on to what? Like,
we'll get you some more dirty water.
I am already turned on.
This just in. Adam Pally turned on.
I mean, I had to wait. I had to get it up, you know?
Yeah.
We
appreciate that. It's a big tent.
It's a big tent.
Pitching a big tent.
Yeah.
Is Danny Grossman the best dressed character on TV?
Talk your shit.
And how many of his fits are just your personal Pally fits?
Or like what you would wear?
They're what I would wear. I would say 99% are what I would wear. None are mine. There are like a couple pieces that I had that when they went with what Olivia put together, it was like, that's right. I would wear all of them.
Meaning like your personal style was a reference point for the
exactly.
character?
Yeah. Like in the mood board.
Yeah.
There were a couple
photos of his fit pics from Instagram.
There were.
That's how you know they're good.
A lot of those pics were Aaron Levine, who also shout out to the GOAT. He was nice enough to come out to dinner, and like we told him what we were doing, and he kind of gave us, I would say, like guardrails of where not to go.
Did you eat any of his oysters as well?
Oh yeah, ask him how much I ate that.
What did he say to not do? What did he say to not do?
Just like stuff like, you know, like he was like, the show's funny. You don't need to put humor into the clothes, which is something that sometimes I do. It's like, he was like, you don't need to wear
like Champagne Ill.
Like champagne. Yeah, exactly. He's like, you know, which I thought was actually really, looking back on it, the right thing to do, because it would have been weird if I was wearing like, you know, the funny band tee or the like, you know.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I just don't think you need to do that. And it was
just look cool.
It was an interesting note, because I think a lot of those guys that do work in those stores often are in that, you know, like quintessential vintage guy.
Trying to be zany.
Yeah.
Who's that guy that had the Netflix show?
Yeah, like that's
Slobby Robbie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we didn't want to
Slobbert.
We didn't want to be Slobby Robbie. Like we wanted to present a guy that you were like, I like that guy. I wish he could get his act together and get going.
I like watching you like squeak out a fart, but like while fitted. Like it feels relatable.
Wearing a shredded Detroit jacket.
Yeah.
No, I mean I wanted to do it. We wanted to like dance that line, you know, and I think we did it. And I think we do more of it, you know, without like pushing too far in any direction.
Did you have a favorite fit from the show?
Oh yeah.
Of your character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of them. I really liked the all denim you look like a lesbian.
Yeah, banger.
Fit.
Compliment.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, it's a compliment. And then I go, awesome. Those shoes were my favorite. They were these vintage Bally I guess you call them slippers. Like they were a loafer, but it went all the way down, and it had like a fringe. It almost looked like a ballet slipper or something. And it was awesome. I like that one. And that was a vintage Purple Label cashmere navy blazer,
Smacking.
which was like,
yeah,
awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, that was an awesome fit.
What did you steal?
I didn't take anything.
Really?
What about the shirt?
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this shirt. No, this shirt. Olivia she bought her. Again, shout out Purdock. Her studio.
These are like longtime collaborator, home.
Yeah. Her studio is like chock full of like amazing shit.
So she brought it back. She brings it back to the collection.
She has a studio in Brooklyn, and like, because I work with her both sometimes on movies and shows, but also as like personal. Like, if I have to do something, like today, I had to do a bunch of stuff. Go do a fitting, and she's like, "Try this vintage T-shirt that I just grabbed out," and you're like, "Oh my god, that's the fucking amazing."
Yeah, it's perfect.
You know, yeah.
So it doesn't work. How involved were you? I mean, it sounds like you were, with the mood boards and getting consulting from Aaron. Like you were pretty involved with the wardrobe of the show.
Yeah,
but you don't get to keep anything.
I didn't. Normally, I would, and I've been in trouble for it in the past. But I really felt like we're gonna go again. The show's too good.
Let's not burn any bridges.
Yeah.
And the stuff is one of a kind.
True.
And
It's
so,
vintage,
and it's a mockumentary. So you can go back and forth in time so much that I didn't want to get in a place season 2 where it's like, hey, where are the Prada hiking boots?
yeah.
And
sub in the Throwing Fits pod boots.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't want to get into that thing. So I left everything and was kind of in my head, just like, I'm going to wear this shit again.
Right. It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere, but NBC storage. And like, it's so good that, I didn't take anything.
But if the show gets canceled, the lock combination. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You're going to get your comeuppance.
Yeah. I'm going to get those white red
1, 2,
ones.
3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether through like the character or just being a fucking vintage fiend yourself, like what are the tips and tricks you gleaned about vintage shopping that you can share with the audience?
Silhouette over the number. I think there's only one rule, which is silhouette over brand and logo.
Totally. Especially
Absolutely.
with vintage, right? You're like, what is this fucking men's shop? Who cares? Perfect blazer.
It doesn't matter. Like silhouette, like I'm a Met fan. I'm wearing a San Francisco Giants t-shirt. Like it's like, get over it. And when everyone's like, oh, you like the Giants? And you're like, no.
Name 5 Giants.
Yeah, it's like, do you like the Giants? Like, what are you doing in New York? Like,
name every Giant.
Yeah. So I would say like that. And I think that lesson when taken, not just apply to vintage, but like your regular wardrobe is probably the best lesson, is like silhouette over all.
Silhouette over everything.
Yeah, silhouette over everything.
Do you get your vintage tees like tailored? Because that's something that people sometimes can and should do.
I do. Not my vintage tees, but like I will take like a piece. Like there was a piece in the show, this like 1920s football jersey.
Oh yeah.
So when we first got that from shout out Goody Vault in Chicago. By the way, Chicago's vintage is like the best in the
Feels
country.
like Untapped versus New York, where it's like
is it very taxed the way that it can be in New York?
No, it's curated.
Okay.
Like the best vintage in Chicago, there's like three or four of them, and I'll give you all this info, are appointment only, but not like appointment only, curated, not expensive is the point.
So it's not just for celebs. It's
right.
for
It's
every
like
man.
They want the people in Chicago who are like, because everyone in Chicago looks like the bear now. They want all of them to get their clothing from here, so they don't charge arm and leg, but it's all like super hyper curated, specific vintage pieces.
Okay.
And it's a different way to shop. It's just like,
appointment-based shopping.
You give them your sizes beforehand.
Oh, wow.
It's really, but anyway, shout out Goody Vault on that.
Wait, why do you say everyone dresses like the bear? Like everyone just in white
Chicago
tees
right now is blowing up. Like Chicago is the most fun city in America
city
right now.
We love Chicago.
DNC.
Well, that too.
That happened there. Great.
I mean, some of the best retail in the country. No Trey.
The best on that level, some of the best, but also just the food scene. And I think it is the bear. Like, if you're opening a restaurant right now in America, you're doing it in Chicago, and they're all good. Like it's all, the real estate is inexpensive. So it's all young people.
You can take risks.
Yeah. The art is really good. And the vibe is just like unmatched in Chicago right now.
How often are you going to Gibson's?
We did Gibson's a couple times. I mean, we stayed in the South Loop. So like,
not the Viagra Triangle.
No. We stayed in the South Loop is like the new hip area. We were at Au Cheval like quite a bit. Once, twice a week. Like,
Smacker.
Yeah, just TikToking that fucking runny egg on the burger.
Yeah, but then Small Cheval is also like behind it.
Did we go to smaller?
What's the OG one that's like a dive bar?
All Cheval.
Okay.
I think that's where we went.
Small Cheval is more of like I don't say fast food, but like you come and you get your burger. And
right. It's not a big to-do with waiting and shit.
But it's the same burger and it's good. And like, like the food in Chicago is just unbelievable. And when the food is good in a city, it means everything else is good.
True.
You ever gotten a chocolate shake at the Wiener Circle?
In my youth, yeah. Of course.
Just absolutely get shitted on.
And then and have everyone call me fucking Jew.
Did you get shit? You know,
No, I didn't get shit.
I got sexually kind
assaulted.
of like abused.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's normal.
That's what you pay for.
That's normal.
Dinner and a show, and that show is going to be traumatic.
True. Yeah, and you're going to relive it every night.
But they're shitting on you.
Yeah, they're shitting on.
They're not like
they shit on everyone.
That's the
not
point.
me. They're like, I like your eyes. I want to put this pussy on your face.
Yeah,
well, yeah, but that's disgusting.
That's like when they're out of material.
That's that. It's that blue comedy.
Yeah, there must not have been any Jews there.
No, I was right next to him.
Well, you passed.
Get this Jew out of here. Let me put that pussy on your face.
You passed.
The Jew can watch. Let the Jew watch.
Let the Jew watch.
Here's a quarter. Run off.
So Chicago's kind of underrated.
Yes,
we think that you yourself are underrated as a stylish guy in
Let's
Hollywood.
go.
Why do you think that is? And do you agree with our assessment there?
I do. I guess I wouldn't say,
but I do think the tide's starting to change a little. Where people are like, "Oh, Pally,
No.
do we put Pally?
This
do we
show
put
is helping.
Pally be putting that shit on?" I think people now know you as that.
maybe. I mean, I still like the fashion bloggers of the world and stuff. Like you would rarely see me like you probably have never seen me on like a fashion bloggers or influencers site. It's like the 5 best dressed men in Hollywood. Like,
But that's because it's like, who is it?
Yeah.
Chris Pine, fucking
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds and
Glenn,
like
what's
Donald
his name?
Glover.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah,
all
Glenn
the
Powell, like-
fools who have the same stylist.
right. And so like
And it's all guys with 12 packs.
Yeah.
right. And so like
Like
I
Steph.
am nowhere near that list. And
But you don't want to be. You don't want to be.
I don't want to be. So but that list is like what makes you highly rated, right? So like I think that I'm rated right where I should be.
You're a hood classic.
For the people that like I'm right where I should be. It's my buddy Nick Kroll has a cameo
Heard
on
of
the
him.
show.
Yeah.
And
His cameo is great.
he's so funny. He fucking killed it that whole day. He had so many. I'm begging him to let us release his B-roll.
Oh, I'm sure he was just fucking riffing like
Dude,
goat.
he was all jacked up because Steph was there, and he was just like
Oh wow.
on another level. But in the fitting in the morning, because he was only in for one day, just doing a favor, he came in and he was meeting with Olivia, and I was in the changing room. He didn't know that I was doing a fitting. And she's like, "What do you want to wear? Because you're playing yourself." And he's like, I want to do like, I love Pally's shit, but
Pally
like,
core.
but like
Yeah.
less.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
Less musty. Well, because your brain is too big for.
I was like, less. And I
Just
know-
one earring, not two.
I knew what he
Yeah.
meant. Like it was like, I
What
don't
do you
want to
mean?
work that hard.
What do you mean? What does Pally but less mean?
It just meant. I knew what it meant. It's like sometimes it's like you can take a step down from doing this. Like you don't.
Lowest common denominator.
Yeah, and so now, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
But somewhere in between. Them.
I totally understood what he meant, and I totally got it. But it was also I was
Still
like,
hurt your feelings.
oh,
I mean,
knife.
Comedians are, and like comedy actors are just funny people are notoriously like dog shit at dressing. Do you get shitted on for like caring about it in like the comedy world?
No one cares about me.
That will help. Yeah.
No one gives
Okay.
a shit. Yeah,
All right.
no. I would if you would like any first of all, I think that most stand-ups hate me, think I suck.
Really?
Yeah, like
Why?
if you would be like, "Hey, Shane Gillis, you like Adam Pally?" He'd be like, either I don't know
Well, it's
him
'cause you're
or
Jewish.
I fucking hate him, or he's like, "Oh, that fucking hack." It's like stand-ups
gay.
believe that like a comedic actor
Right.
is them without the material.
Oh,
So I would say that most stand-ups
don't respect you.
who do dress like dog shit don't respect me, so I'm not on their radar.
Okay.
And then, yeah, like I have some friends in the comedy world that dress really well that I respect that I could throw out names
Who?
of. Like, I think Nick Thune dresses really well.
I don't know who that is.
Nick Thune is a good dresser
Okay.
and a really great comic.
Hmm.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. I
In
love
the Rick.
in the Rick onesie.
What do you think about Mulaney and his fucking suit game? Or has he switched up since he got sober? I
Nah,
don't
he's
even know.
still suited, but
I think it works for him. Like, John, like, what is John? I mean,
He's
like,
supposed to just be the guy in a suit. And a polo.
it's like I kind of I don't like seeing him out of a suit.
Yeah.
It makes me feel weird. Yeah. It's like when you see him relaxing in a t-shirt, I'm like, what the fuck?
If he had like a fire vintage fit on, it would be like, what's going on?
You would
here?
feel weird.
This
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Like I'd hope that he stays on the right line of like bonobos.
Sobriety?
But, like,
yeah.
sobriety, I could give a shit.
But bonobos where we draw that line.
Dan Levy?
Levy's a great dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the famous one.
Oh,
Levy.
a little much. I'd like Dan Levy, but less.
But Dan Levy.
No, Dan
Your
Levy
homie,
dresses
of
well.
course.
Yeah, and he's
Shout
in
out
comedy. But no, I never. I don't get shit on because I think to most of those people, I'm not even a
You're not
person.
guy?
You don't exist.
I don't exist.
And you don't care about that.
But
I
you
could
exist to us,
yeah.
and we're the only
Yeah.
podcast
I
that
give
matters. So.
two shits. I just really want to be rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we all do.
you've been,
That's why we're all here.
you've been in pursuit of that goal for a minute. What we want to do now is we want you to, of all the TV shows that you've starred in, rank them from best to worst.
Okay.
Starting with best.
Mr. Throwback.
Number one
Okay.
with a bullet.
2 would be Happy Endings.
Absolutely.
3 would be
Honestly, Happy Endings 1A.
Okay.
1A, 1B.
1A, 1B. I like that. Well, if that's 1A, then 1B would be Champagne Ale.
Mhm.
And then 2, I would take a weird left turn and say 101 Places to Party.
Yeah. The last time you were on,
fun
you were
show.
promoting that
Yes,
Fun
I
show.
really love that
with
show.
the homie.
With Garbus?
Gabrus.
Gabrus.
Who's a
Gay bus.
certified maniac.
He's a certified gay bus.
Gay bus. Yeah, and he
Okay.
is.
Okay, Shane Gillis.
He is. Yeah, nice one. After that, I would say a tie between Indebted and Making History, because both those shows only went one season. They didn't go, but they both were good at what they were and could have gone more. And I think that's just the way it goes. But like I could have seen each of those shows running for a long time.
Right.
So I think they were made by good people.
Indebted, your fits on there were kind of similar to the Mr. Throwback, no?
They
Kind of like blue collar-ish.
Yeah.
He was a contractor.
Yeah, contractor.
So they were a little, but it was multicam, and Dan was involved, and Dan's rich.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So
And a kiss of death, apparently.
yeah, and the kiss of death for television. But no, Dan's rich, and so like I was trying to look like Dan in that one, and I think I did.
Like very expensive
Well, like
vintage
we
Carhartt.
were in
Yeah.
Visvim, right?
Visvim.
Yeah. It's
a lot of Visvim.
Yeah.
It was all that. But when you have the network's money,
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
We
it's
thought,
like,
yeah,
yeah, you
that
just-
Time
you
to
got it.
play.
time
Yeah.
to play.
All right, so Indebted and Making History.
Yeah. I'm not going to put the Mindy Project on it because I wasn't a star of that. And that is in its own, that's Mindy's shit. It's like in its own
Right.
class. But then I would say I did a show called The President Show that I
Oh, yeah.
created and produced that I'm so proud of. And at the time it felt really important. Now it's just like nothing. But
The best shit is like that sometimes.
yeah, but I would say that,
Where's Knuckles? When you're in uniform?
Knuckles, again, I'm not going to rank Knuckles because I
Yeah.
didn't produce it.
Because you played a cop.
I didn't, because I was 12.
Pally lives matter, dude.
Which is like, that's the one thing everyone was like, I love Knuckles. I've never seen a Jew cop.
Yeah. All Pallies are bastards.
Yeah. No, Knuckles, again, like I didn't produce that. That's its own thing. That's like a kid's thing. So I'll keep that and Mindy
Okay.
out of it and say that's my list.
Which project has made you the most money on this path trying to get rich? Indebted?
Happy Endings.
Yeah.
Really?
Gotta be, right? Is that the longest running?
3 years.
That was,
Yeah,
on, that was
so-
on ABC, yeah?
Yeah. And,
And they brought it back.
They never brought it back.
No,
No,
you
didn't
bring
they?
it back. No,
there
they
was there fan service there where they brought, didn't it get?
We were almost in line for that, but it just never worked.
Oh, like it was going to be on a streamer maybe. And then,
yeah. There's just too many
Okay.
studios involved that
Yeah.
need to get paid. But yeah, I would say that was
Emil Hirsch starred in The Girl Next Door featuring
Alicia Cuthbert.
Alicia
I know
Cuthbert.
that
See?
well.
True.
6
I
Degrees.
know that well.
6 degrees of Emil Hirsch.
I gotta ask you this. We talked about Shop and Son.
Yes.
Talked about Cousin Ben, your
Yeah.
homie. Was moving from TV to retail the best thing Cousin Ben has ever done?
in his life.
Yeah.
I love my cousin Ben, and I think he's the coolest guy.
Now he just gets to smoke weed and sit in vintage
Yeah.
chairs all day.
Everyone should go see Cousin Ben.
I love cousin Ben. He is my family, and he I loved working with him because it's like working with your homie and your
Okay.
cousin.
You
But
sound like Ronnie Feig right now, by the way.
but it's way better for both of us.
Ever since I can remember, I always wanted to work with my cousin.
Yeah, it's better for both of us that we don't work together, and
Okay.
it's better for him that he's doing really like what he likes to do, and he does have a very specific style and eye. You know, he's like got this kind of like thing.
Dude, I think that store is one of the few stores in New York that isn't just stocking like the big names, but like surfacing brands that like even the heads don't even know. And you go in there and you learn about new shit.
He doesn't want to stock the
or meet an artisan is fucking working in the store.
He does a lot. Those pop-ups are cool. Yeah. And his curated, speaking of curated vintage, we did get a lot of pieces from his vault. He has
nice. See, that's keeping money in the family.
Yeah, we did do a lot of that actually.
Okay.
Like in fact, I will shout out Ant's son again because the golf fits, which a lot of people loved.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Were all Ant's son. I believe the brand is called Sephirum. They're a New York brand.
SEFR.
Is that a New York brand? I think
go to the brand
SE. You could go on their website and find on Ant's son's website and find it, but it was. I think it's SEPHRUM or something, but they were.
And it's golf shit?
It's not. It's
just shit you wore while doing cardio golf.
We wore to do cardio golf, but it's like this knitted golf polo that's all knitted instead of, it's just really good kind of stuff that you wouldn't find with an awesome cut, long short sleeves, which I like.
I'm not finding it.
Long. Okay. Yeah.
Like on a polo sometimes.
It's like long shorts.
Well, because you know what? When you wear a polo.
Yeah, they're like down like past your elbow.
Yeah, like sometimes you buy a polo and you get those elastic sleeves that come up here and
Terrible.
you're like, what the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Why do I have
Fuck
like
you, Fred
blouse?
Perry.
Yeah, like blousey.
Little puff
Looks
shirt.
like the Seinfeld fancy shirt. Like I just want like a baggy polo.
It starts with an S.
Let me text. I'll text.
No,
honestly, like
We'll
their
it out.
brands switch up so frequently. I'd be shocked if like their brand list on their website is up to date.
You might have
That's
filled it all out. The
you go there every
bump, dude.
You go there every time. You go there every time. There's new
They
shit.
have a lot of brands that I really love. This one brand that I'll shout out from them, which is I wore so much this year.
What?
And still do. Rice 910. Oh, just.
Is it Asian?
Yes.
Rice spelled like the food.
Yes.
Rice 910.
Just every piece, everything is, it's like.
Selling out as we speak, bro. You really need to get on this shit or you're going to miss out.
You wore their hat. You wore their hat.
Wore
while
their hat.
golfing.
I wore their bike hat was, but the knitted soccer jerseys
Yeah, dude.
were my shit this year. I bought the long sleeve and the short sleeve and wore them to death.
Things are
everywhere.
bangers, dude.
I ran into Cousin Ben in Paris.
You did? Oh,
Yeah.
he's working in Paris now.
It was during fashion month or week, so he was buying
I think he opened a showroom. He's opening a showroom.
Oh, wow.
in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Coupling from you is the best thing that Cousin Ben ever did.
His life is going great.
Are you the kiss of death?
I might be. You know what I am? You know what I am? I'm good luck Chuck.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you hang out with me.
You get fucked.
You get fucked, but then something great happens for you, and I stay where I am.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of family, speaking of, I don't know,
Getting fucked.
is your son pissed at you for not naming him Kendrick?
It was tough this year. I will say there were times when
they're not like us.
he would come home from camp and be like, yeah.
They called me a certified pedophile.
Or just like this kid saying not like us at me.
Oh shit. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, your kid got bullied because he's named after Drake?
Yeah.
I mean, we all saw that coming.
I probably should have looked a little harder.
Yeah.
You probably should have done your research.
Like,
Yeah.
wait,
I was like,
what is
when
Drake
I
doing
named
with these
him
streamers?
When I named him Drake, I was like, this can't possibly end badly.
Would you be like, no, he's named after the duck. you
Yeah.
know?
Or the dragon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Or the guy from Nickelodeon.
yeah. Drake, and which is also going great right now.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
But no, it was a rough day, but truly like he then the next day was like wore it as a chip on his shoulder. And you know,
Also, it's like, son, I can't name you. I can't name.
Give me Fitty.
I can't name my white Jewish son Lamar.
yeah,
Right? Like,
no, but Kendrick would have worked.
Yeah.
But it's still
Kenny.
Yeah.
Rick.
Kung Fu Kenny. Yeah, no, but he'll be all right. It'll
Okay.
work out for him.
It's actually this is
Builds
good,
character.
This is good for his character.
Yeah, sure.
Got to ask this: when we first potted with you on Failing Upwards, and this is like 5,
Almost,
6
long
years
time
ago at
ago.
this point, you said that you had spent $1 million
Yeah,
on
that
clothing
quote haunts me.
in your lifetime. What's that number at now?
I think it wasn't that then.
You're capping for
I was
pods?
thinking I was probably capping for the.
What do you
pod.
think?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're a fucking addict.
I
Clothing
do,
addict.
I do like to buy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How much are those knit sock jerseys?
$500.
Yeah, they
$475.
They run heavy. I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it because it'll make me upset. It's like it always.
You already put a number on it.
Yeah,
dude.
but I never believed that. I feel like
We
you know
did?
What, you know
You think we're at $2 million?
No, I think that it's like You know when you go into your FanDuel account, you guys gamble?
No.
Yes.
You know when you go into your
Just in my
FanDuel
life.
account and like sometimes you click the wrong thing and it shows you how much you spent the whole year.
I've never done that. And I don't
Oh my
want
God.
to.
It happened to me the other day.
Oh, God.
And
Are
I
you a
was
big
like,
gambler?
fuck, I like to gamble. Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Because
I
I
feel
had
like
to
that
sign
discouraged.
I was signing in. I had to sign. Something happened where I was like, my password was messed up and I was signing in on a browser.
Okay.
Oh no,
And
on the iPad, he's
I
addicted.
signed in on the browser and it was like money gambled to date. And I was like, whoa.
Okay, what was that? What was that number?
No.
6
that-
figs?
No.
But that doesn't. That's not your losses. That's just how much
You've put in.
put in.
But it
Yeah.
was still,
You're like, that's Rolex money.
I was still like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been doing that just on
Mm.
football.
I
Like,
have 3 kids.
just on football season. Like, it's like when
Oh yeah,
someone,
it's about to be a very expensive autumn.
Are
it's
you
going
a-
to be so.
Are you a Bears fan or a Giants or Jets
I'm a
fan?
Jets fan.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
How do you think? She was
Yeah.
going to go with
Not
fucking
good.
You think
Not
he's
good.
going to last longer than last year?
Yeah, I think he'll last longer.
Bet the
I think
over-
We'll be,
bet the
I think
over
we'll
on
be
that.
like 8-8 is my guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so you're bearish versus the Knicks where you're bullish.
I'm bullish on the Knicks. I think we're going to be really good.
Mm.
The Jets, whatever. Also, like,
Whatever,
I'm a
bro.
Jet
You'll be
fan.
better than the Giants.
I'm a
That's-
Jet
yeah.
fan, but like, I also am not. I'm just like a football.
But you're a glutton for punishment either way.
Yeah, I like to. Yeah, all right, I know that. I'm
apparently.
born loser, baby. I got a Rangers win when I was young.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
Shout out the Rangers. The
Yeah.
Rangers.
How much money do you make?
not enough.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably make
Jew camping.
not
cheap.
that far from you.
Okay.
Really? No way.
No, you have 3 kids in New York City.
Well, maybe our combined you make that would be pretty
I
good.
bet I make close to you guys.
No
I
way.
do not make that much money.
we don't make that much money anymore.
I bet you make a. What do you mean anymore?
We're still-
Migration.
yeah,
Migration.
migration.
From Substack.
Yeah. We're still reminding people that we're on.
Well, that'll come back. That's
Yeah,
just a. That's just
Yeah,
a
watch
move.
this video on throwingfits.substack.com.
That's just a move. That's
Yeah.
just a.
That's
you,
mo-
you
that's
guys.
what the kids call motion.
Yeah.
We probably make the same amount of money.
All right.
No way, but sure.
How does it work though? Like, do you get a huge upfront sack pause like
Never.
when the show drops, or do you get
Never.
because you don't get like a salary, obviously, right?
You do. You get a per episode. Sometimes it's per episode. Sometimes it's per project, and then installments. Sometimes it's just a bag. If it's just a bag, most of the time it's at the end.
So a 6
Okay.
episode season.
Dude, why do you make it 8?
That's
what I said.
12 season 2, 12
I was like,
episodes.
6 seems like an appetizer. Like, I'm gonna get the main course.
Is the way that it works now with like Peacock, like it streams first and they see how it does and then it hits the network, or what's the
I
deal? there?
don't know actually. Like, it's all new. I don't know how any of it works. I just know that it was good when they were like, everyone was celebrating when they're like, we're gonna be on NBC.
Oh, that wasn't promised. That was
Yeah,
like
no.
a gold
We were-
medal.
we were
That's a gold medal bump.
Supposed to be on Peacock after the gold medal, and that's what we knew.
Right.
And then now it's like,
But there's mad cursing and shit. No,
oh, so is,
they
there's
bleep
like
it out.
they rerun The Sopranos on like USA. They'll figure
They
it.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's bleeped and shit.
they'll
honestly.
figure it out.
Honestly, people should watch it on. Well, where should they watch it?
Peacock is the best place,
Okay.
and then you know,
Get that
Peacock's
raw
got
uncut.
fucking
Peacock
Olympics
has
money
fire.
now.
I think people sleep on
It's all
Peacock,
Bravo.
but yeah, like you get all your Bravo, you get
Unedited.
Love is Blind,
Love Island USA.
Love Island
Yeah.
is like the
Yeah.
greatest.
Love
And
is
you get
Blind is Netflix.
The what's that one with Alan Cumming? With the
Traders.
Traders.
Huge.
People love Traders.
Like Peacock has good shit, and next year basketball
And now they have
Oh,
Mr. Throwback.
and Mr. Throwback,
Yeah.
which I think is,
Besides clothes, what do you like to spend your money on?
Gambling.
I like
And
to
gambling.
gamble.
Besides gambling.
I like to eat.
Okay.
I spend a lot of money on food.
What are your favorite restaurants in New York right now?
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah. What are your spots?
I live in Harlem, and I feel like I blow up my spots.
You live in Harlem? I
but
thought you lived in Chelsea.
No, he moved.
I
Okay.
moved. Yeah, I blow up my spots, but
Oh, like Red Rooster?
no.
I'm kidding.
You don't want to. You want to put money into a presumably a black-owned business.
First of all, how dare you? It's Dominican. This place, La
Almost black.
Perla Negra,
What'd you call me?
La Perla Negra on between 140th and 141st on Broadway
Ooh, up
is
there.
the best like taco beer tequila spot
Okay.
in the city. Just it's just a banger of a joint.
Okay.
La
La Perla Negra.
Perla Negra. And it's like, when I say that, you think you're going to walk into like one of those like Nouveau, like what's that taco place in Chelsea that everyone's like, where people stand and they're like, wait, it's like, you know, the
Los Tacos.
Los
number one?
Tacos,
But
yeah.
that's
It's pretty good.
It's not like, this is like
that
It's
shit's
like
good.
it's like a
fun.
joint.
a joint. Yeah.
A hidden gem.
A gem. Yeah.
Okay.
Uptown Gem.
That's one of my most frequented spots.
What's your
lately.
order there? What
Yeah.
meat you going with? Pause.
Al
That's
Pastor.
embarrassing. 4 chicken tacos. It's
Really?
tequila and beer.
Okay. To get the
You
party
don't
started.
fuck with the Al Pastor? And
Yeah.
I do, but the chicken, the way they do
Carnitas?
the way they do the chicken tacos, I'll do the carnitas if the chicken, something that they rotate. They make this amazing Dominican chicken and they put it on a blue corn tortilla with this insane salsa that's like
vibrant.
Yeah. And so I go 4.
Nice.
Damn.
Because an order is of 2, but like I'm not. It's
No,
like, I don't
well,
fuck
that's
around.
why it's
Honestly,
normally free.
that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Double
do
up.
4. I double.
All right.
Hell
So
yeah.
food is where like, and besides, I guess your kids, right?
Yeah. I spent a lot on school.
Mm.
A lot on school.
Fucking New York,
Camp,
right?
school.
I bought expensive wallpaper this year.
Oh shit. what does wallpaper run you these days?
It could be expensive.
Artisanal wallpaper. You didn't put it up
Designer.
yourself either, right?
No. Designer.
Design Missoni.
What was it like? The
Gucci.
Gucci?
It's Gucci. You bought the? Is it monogram wallpaper?
No, no.
Okay, but it's just
Is it fucking
just
Adam
Gucci.
Driver's face?
Yeah. No, he doesn't do Gucci. He does guys.
How- we did House
He did
of
House
Gucci.
of Gucci. Yeah.
Yo.
the movie.
Gosling is
movie.
Gucci,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
House
Sinner.
of Gucci.
House of Gucci.
Yeah. No. I got I spend less money on Johns lately because I feel like I'm just like older and like I have a lot of good Johns. So I spend a lot of money on like
Wallpaper.
stuff. You know, it's
Home
like
goods.
You're home.
stuff. Everything's like, oh, we need tires or whatever.
Tires.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always like replacing a tire
You have on your car.
on my car. yeah.
Okay.
No, on my swing.
I was like, well, what are you whipping?
You got a front yard?
I whip a
Backyard?
Defender.
A what?
Oh.
A Defender.
Oh.
Nice.
Venti?
No.
Okay.
3-row lease.
Okay.
Car seats, etc.
Car seats, base model.
Yeah. Floor model. Well, Pally, look, Mr. Throwback, honestly, great fucking show.
Thank you guys so thank
Only
you.
6 episodes, which is
I
kind of
know,
a bummer.
But there will be more. Next year is going to be
Inshallah,
bigger,
brother.
and
Okay.
different and bigger and weirder.
And let's get that season 2 money.
I'm going to get you guys at your cameos.
Cameo. We'll get Steph on.
Let's make a list of what we have to do. Because
Steph on the pod.
Steph on the pod is going to be a challenge. If I can't deliver Tim Robinson, I'm not going to be able to deliver.
That is
Steph.
who we did try to text.
Yeah.
And no, well, he got back to me. Eric Andre left me on that.
Oh.
To be fair, Eric's number is constantly changing. Like there might be a new. He has some security stuff lately. Like
Also, I texted him.
I'm
I think
rather thirsty.
I texted him on I think like the day before his dad died
Yikes.
or something. So, or at least the day, like the next day, he like put a post up on Instagram, being like, "I love my dad. He passed." I was like, "Fuck."
You're never going to know that.
Hey, bro, it's James from the podcast called Throwback.
Yeah, got your number from
Adam
Pally.
The kiss of death.
No, Eric.
No.
I'm really shocked that he would. I feel like Eric would.
Yeah, we'll get.
He's
We'll
such
get him
a
and
guy.
Tim eventually.
But okay,
Well,
we've
Tim,
had.
Tim. You might not get. Tim is a wild cardo.
We're gonna
Yeah.
try.
Unless there's something
been
in
trying.
the bag.
Oh,
No, Tim is also the cool.
But he loves clothes. Tim like skates and wears gear.
You know what Tim was rocking that I really liked? He's been skating in the Devin Bookers,
Oh wow.
yeah.
which I think is kind of cool.
Well, because you're not playing hoops in them, so
He's
not shooting
doing
hoops.
is he trying to?
anything.
Is he trying to make a show with D-Book? Is that what it is?
No, that's my scam.
A guy that he loves clothes.
He's doing artistic good stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Emmy award winning.
Emmy award winning. No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he's going to win an Emmy this year.
We'll see.
Do you think give a shot?
Ooh. Do you care about that?
No, I don't care.
Are you pissed the Bears fucking hogging up the comedy?
I don't like that. I'm not like pissed about it, obviously, because it's not something that I would ever like spend time thinking about. But I do think like if we're gonna, it's a drama. Like
Yeah.
it's just like call it. It's
Have
different.
you ever won an award?
No, I've been nominated.
For
Nice.
what?
I was nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Critics' Choice once.
For
Happy Ending.
Oh wow.
Oh hell yeah,
Playing gay.
Yeah,
Straight gay.
It was a cheat.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a,
Yeah.
a
Some
cheat,
representation.
cheat code. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like to think I'm an ally.
Well,
You
you,
are.
do put the ally in Pally, and I think this is like the
Ally.
4th or 5th time we potted together. So, as longtime friends, as longtime fans of each other's work, we got to ask you, bro. Do you have any constructive criticism you would like to give us?
Lay it on.
Oh God, no! I think you guys are tearing it up. I mean, I told you like your Europe run was while I'm sure it was logistically hard with all your episodes and stuff.
And packing up every 3 days. Yes.
Yeah, but it was chef's kiss. I mean,
Thank
like
you.
Thank you.
to see you guys in the front row of Louis was like,
somebody got fired at Louis for that.
Yeah.
no
be
way,
honest.
dude. That was the ultimate. If you know, you know. Like it was like so cool. And
Well,
like,
also, I think everyone was front row at Louis.
Those
There's
two,
just
there's
like-
2 rows.
Oh, there
There's
are 2
2
rows. There are 2 rows. Okay.
So
What
if
do you
you're
mean?
the second, well, so we were sitting front row, but only because there's only one other option.
there were 5,000 seats.
oh,
Like,
so it's a long row.
So there's so many long rows.
It was the
Right.
it was
If you're in
the
second
site.
row,
The site
kill
was the
yourself.
UNESCO Heritage like HQ.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like this massive field.
If you're listening to this and you were sitting second row at Louis Vuitton,
You're a
don't
fucking
quit your
loser,
day
yeah.
job.
Really?
You're a fucking bozo.
Really?
No one respects you.
God damn. Well, I
And if
wasn't
you
even
weren't-
there.
Well, but God forbid you were there sitting behind us. How would that look optically?
I would not,
Yeah.
honestly, I would not have got it. I would have been like, this is cool. I've been like
Well,
taking
yeah.
pictures, second row.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I
no
would not
constructive
have got it.
criticism for
We're
the boys.
just keep doing what we're doing.
No, I mean, I always tell you this, and I've been telling you this for, I feel like almost a decade, but like, I want more, like, you know, like more.
We're giving you all we got, bro.
No, but like,
I'm
you know,
dying.
We're
TV,
potting on a Sunday.
TV, like seeing you live, you
Hey
know,
man,
like
let's talk TV.
all that stuff, like that. You could do anything.
We'll send
Not
you our
live, though.
spec script.
Not live. We're not.
You didn't
live
like
shows.
doing live, but I really think that, you know,
Luckily, we had you, dude, to fucking carry us. Bro.
Yeah, to
Dude,
do your
that
Kanye
bit-
impression.
that bit was great.
That's all time. I wonder if
stand by
anyone
that
has
bit.
video of that
I
anywhere.
stand by that bit. Like, you know, I
Aged
just,
well.
I just, it did actually. I always just think that like, yeah, this thing is so big, and like to have people that know your brand and like no one knows my name. This is amazing.
Oh,
Stop.
please.
No, for
Though,
real.
I mean, let's be clear, we would have always have you because we love you, but you did ask. So
I did. I would, and we'll ask again.
yeah,
You know, like-
hope
do
so.
you honestly think that you don't have fans? Like I know
Please.
Adam. I'm on a Happy Endings group chat, and like, I'm gonna send the photo to that group chat.
No, I know that people like my shit, but I really do. I hope this. I hope this doesn't sound too like
Self-effacing.
yeah or yeah. But I don't really live that life ever that I would feel that like my days are like wake up, do the kid shit. Like I'm pretty insular.
You're
and,
a
like,
guy.
even if I'm
You're a
going
dad.
like do an ADR or an interview or whatever. Yeah, in the moment, someone's like, "Oh, nice," but like, never do I have the thing where it's like, "Oh my god!" Like that doesn't
Sign my
happen.
tits.
Like
Yeah.
I've never had that.
Are you the guy from the Mindy Kaling project?
Yeah, it's like my work is inconsequential on that level, and I think that's good. I think
Do you
it's-
want to remain there?
Yeah,
Is that the perfect level of
I think it is.
fame?
I think it is. I think it's a nice place to be. I mean, I obviously wish my quote was higher
Sure.
and that more people wanted me. You know, like I wish I would get more incoming calls than me having to always be like,
I
"Hey,
created
is there
another
a part
show."
for me?" Or like, yeah, or having to literally create the part to act. And I wish there was more that.
Do you
but
think that Mr. Throwback though and the Steph Curry
No.
halo effect is going to change that at all?
No.
Real? Come on, bro.
it won't?
Steph Curry.
Well, people need to watch it because you fucking killed it.
It
as
won't.
Steph
well.
Curry needs to tag you. How about that?
Yeah. Not just on stories. We want a hard post on grid.
I've gotten
Steph.
a couple grids. It won't matter.
But you're not tagged.
Yeah. No, he tagged me.
No.
Nah.
He
He
must have
tagged me.
untagged you.
Get that phone.
Go to his tagged photos.
He must have untagged you then because I
Wait,
in
you went to
researching this question, I like went to I didn't go to tag photos of you. I went to Steph Curry's
Well, you got to go to tagged
Well,
photos.
he
of
probably
Bali.
doesn't even have any photos of me up.
What do you mean?
Let's see.
Like,
Okay, first of all, 58 million followers.
He would only
He does. There's a video of you and it's just Peacock is tagged on this.
go to
reel.
the other ones.
Go to the other one.
This is going to be so sad.
Yeah.
Go
why do you
up,
want to
go
be?
up.
Why do
This?
you, again, you're a glunt for punishment.
Go up. Go up to the last ones.
Which one?
Like go up. The one in the
This? The
No.
placenta?
no, the other one.
Just Peacock.
No. That one.
This? Peacock.
Wow, and that's like a lot.
Oh wow, that's like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are playing fucking basketball together.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't
Oh, you know what? You are tagged in the caption
There you
Wow, that kind of counts.
4 days ago.
go. Maybe he doesn't.
You were added. You weren't tagged. There's levels
Yeah.
to this shit, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's like a
100
bronze medal on Instagram.
Yeah.
I like Jokic. I'm going to celebrate it.
Yeah. Hammered.
Hammered. I'm going to hammer. Go bet on the horses.
And go gamble at
go
the
bet on
ponies.
horses. No, yeah, no. Yeah, no, it won't change. This
Well,
is,
you're
this is
number
life.
one in our hearts.
And I
You're the
love
best.
it. And
You're
it's the
number
best place to
one.
be.
You're number one to the number 2 fashion Substack.
There's a number one
Oh yeah.
it's like a mom
Cup
media
of Joe.
empire. Yeah. Huge.
cup of Joe.
yeah. How about
Is that
you
what it is?
drink a cup of these nuts?
Yeah, exactly.
Big Salad by Joanna Goddard.
Where
Well, she's talking about salads.
where
yeah.
can the kids follow you? What would you like to plug?
Just Mr. Throwback on Peacock. If you don't have Peacock, you can sign up for it for free.
Mhm.
It is free.
It is free. You can watch it with ads just like TV. It's got good stuff. And yeah, the only thing I really think I could do for myself is Mr. Throwback right now.
It's a fire like I told you I watched it with my wife. Like it was just a great like hang
My
for
wife.
us. Like it wasn't a thing that you need to like, oh, it's midnight, everyone else is sleeping. Let me
No,
throw it.
I
It's
think it's-
fun, dude.
I think
it's a group watch. Group hang.
I think kids, it's kind of safe for kids in a lot of ways. Like,
a couple fuck words.
yeah, but dude, I hear what's coming out of my 7-year-old's iPad. Like, it's fine.
They not like us.
Yeah.
Do they catch the Ronnie Feig reference?
Oh yeah, the kith.
My son caught it for sure. Yeah.
Cole?
Cole caught it.
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, shout out Cole if you
Cole,
made it
yeah.
this far.
Cole is in the show actually.
Oh, really?
He's so funny. He's in episode 3 when they're doing the first performance at the school, and then they cut to
With the mocktails?
the mocktails, and
Yeah.
they cut to the crowd, and there's 2 kids. There's a blonde kid who's looking at them like, that's Cole. Yeah. And like he was there on the day we put him in, and then he kept getting laughs, and they cut to him like 3 times.
He's a natural.
He's
Runs
a
with the
natural.
family.
He's a natural. He's great.
And PTA over here just casting his family. Love
Hell
that.
yeah.
Mr. Throwback on Peacock.
Shout out
Streaming
Cole.
now.
What's Cole's Instagram? Should we follow Cole?
Sure, you can. His Instagram is great. It's hilarious.
I'm gonna follow
Does
Cole.
Steph tag him?
Wait, you don't want to say this out on pod probably. 'cause
No.
it's your son.
Yeah, what do you...
But
Yeah,
you guys, if you
Follow Adam Pally.
follow Adam Pally, don't follow
Yeah.
my son. But if you do get to my son, his Instagram's great.
Okay. But you got to, follow the breadcrumbs to get there. All right. Adam Pally, thank you for coming on to the only podcast that matters.
Thank you guys so much.
You're the
again.
best,
Dude,
bro. We
you're
love
the
So
fucking
nice
best.
of you. I'm sorry to make you come on a Sunday.
No, dude.
We wouldn't have done it for anyone else.
Anytime is Pally time.
Yeah.
Oh,
anytime
thank
is
you so
Pally
much.
time.
I really
Anytime
appreciate
is throwback time. We glad you like the intro. Hope you like the pod. Chef, take us out.